Hey everybody, welcome back to My Wings of Refuge. I'm excited today, y'all. It has been a crazy week. I had to think for a second. The best word to describe this week, a little crazy. And I want to tell you a little bit about what happened this week. Oh my goodness! First of all, Bronco injured his foot. He is our ram and he is essential here on the farm. I really think he probably twisted his ankle. We don't have the smoothest terrain. It's pretty rocky and hilly out there and lots of trees and tree roots and that sort of thing. But we locked him in the barn just to get him off of his foot and take care of him for a few days. And after a few days, before we let him out, he decided he was coming out. He literally jumped the cattle panels and he broke into the fence or the gate to get in with the rest of the sheep. Breaking the wood, they are I think 2 by 6 or 8s. He broke them and he broke the metal latches. I kid you not. So we have a new addition on the farm and I am really excited.
What an awesome guardian. He is already protecting those babies.
To the garden this morning and I picked a few things. The garden is winding down and my canning is winding down. I'm still doing a lot of canning, just not as much as I was. But today's recipe doesn't call for a whole lot. If you see here, I have a few chili peppers and I absolutely love sweet chili sauce. I like sauce. Most sauces. So I like to make my own when I can. And sweet chili sauce is one of those that I like to make because we use it a lot. It has a hint of sweetness, but it also has a little bite. It also has a little bit of tart depending on what type of vinegar you use. I love sweet chili sauce. I love it in omelettes, when it kind of caramelizes with the meat and the onions and peppers as it's kind of sauteed in the pan and then poured over my eggs. But also love it, I love smoked salmon. Love smoked salmon. And you can pour that over the smoked salmon with or without cream cheese with a cracker. Delicious, amazing. I kid you not, you have to try it. So sweet chili sauce that you buy in the store has a few extra ingredients in it. Ours will have fewer ingredients and ingredients that we are well aware of and we know how our peppers are raised. So if you're doing a single batch, which I'm sure most of you probably would, you would need 2 cups of water. So I'm tripling mine, so I'm adding more. 2 cups of water for a single batch. You'll want to use the same exact amount of rice vinegar, 2 cups for a single batch. You can use apple cider vinegar or you can use white vinegar, but they're going to change the flavor of your sauce. If you want more of a sauce that kind of pops, more of a kind of tart, then you want to use apple cider vinegar. If you want a smooth, mellow, sweet flavor, you'll want the rice vinegar. If you want something in between, you can use white vinegar. Any of those will be just fine. 2 cups of white sugar per batch. I'm doing 3 batches. Next, 4 teaspoons of salt. So for our peppers, I'm just going to make sure the tops are off, and I'm going to put them in my smoothie cup. So we have our peppers in here, and then we're going to add our 6 cloves of garlic. Yes, I have a few extras here, but it's because I am making extra. So you want 6 cloves of garlic. So we're going to put our lid on our smoothie cup, and I'm going to place this on my blender. So then we pour in our peppers with our garlic. So while I give this a good stir, I'm going to turn my heat on to about medium for now. I've got my jars warming, and I also have my lids warming. I'm going to let the sugar start melting. While we do the last thing, we want to get our clear gel ready. So you want 1/3 of a cup of water to 1/4 of a cup of clear gel. And then we're going to stir it really well. Okay, so I've turned the heat up to high on our sauce, and we want to bring it to a rolling boil for about 5 minutes to make sure everything is well incorporated. We want our peppers and those garlics and everything to just marry and blend really well. So just let it come to a good rolling boil. Then we'll add in our starch. It's time to add in our clear gel. And stir, stir, stir. You just want it to come back to a boil for just another minute or two, and then you're ready for your jars. Now again, this is also to consistency. If you need your sauce thicker, you can add a little bit more clear gel. If you need it thinner, you can add a little bit less. But this, for me, is perfect. And it's still got a little bit of a simmer going. So I'm just going to keep it at this temperature for a bit. About a minute or 2. And make sure everything is completely dissolved. Let's see. If there's ever room in my canner, I throw in an extra small jar, just so in case there's any left over, I don't want any of it to go to waste. Put the lid back on, crank that temperature back up. Since it's already boiling, we're going to set our timer for 10 minutes. A lot like some of your jams and jellies, a 1/4 of an inch headspace, 10-minute water bath. Just going to turn our timer off, and I'm going to turn the heat off. But I'm going to let the canner sit here for 5 minutes because I want the temperature to just cool down naturally. I don't want to remove the lid just yet because you don't want major temperature fluctuations. That will affect your seal, as well as cleaning those lids, as well as the head space. It all goes kind of hand in hand. But to make sure we have a good seal and to not have any siphonage, any where it kind of spews out and you lose some of your liquid, you don't want that as well. That is also from having major temperature changes. So we'll wait 5 minutes and we'll open the canner. Just going to remove the lid. Going to raise them up. Do you hear that? They're all sealed. Y'all, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all, I hope you have an amazing week. Yes, the numbers are high out there. There's a lot going on in our country and in our world, but never lose hope. There is always hope in Christ Jesus. Y'all, I'm praying for you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you right here next week.